Episode 5 of the Wrong Pass Talk podcast. We are down one, just like last year.
And we know why.
Yeah. You see in the video, Jaden's not here. I wonder why.
After that Nebraska loss. Oh, and you don't even have it up on the board either.
No, I keep forgetting. So I didn't put the Northern Iowa score up there either.
So I think with him missing this week, even though it'll be 2 weeks behind, you need to make him right in that score.
I will. That was my original plan, was to just have him do it. But
he has to show up to do it.
Yeah, he has to be here.
But no, he blames it on packing. Well, you knew this was coming up.
What a coincidence. What a big coincidence. So right before we got on, you were talking about Okie State. And that loss that they had.
Their quarterback did not look very good.
No.
And they benched him.
Yeah.
And put in a backup quarterback. That did not look any good. And they couldn't get a run game going with Ollie Gordon. It's like they completely forgot who their running back was that game.
I know.
And I will say, BYU came out and played a hell of a game.
I feel bad because I was watching that game and then I ended up passing out. But at the beginning, I was like, K-State.
Oh yeah,
they were dominating.
Yeah, I was all about it. And then the last 2 minutes of the first half, it was like, shit.
How late did you stay up for that one?
So during like the end of the first half, I kind of started dozing off. Yeah. Like I went and laid in bed and turned the TV on and had it on in like the second quarter because I had to get up and work the next day.
Yeah.
So a 9:30 kickoff wasn't going to be good when I had to be up at 6. But so I turned it on, was watching. I'm like, all right, I'll give it the half, and then see where we're at. And so I kind of started dozing off because things kind of got boring there for a bit.
Yeah.
Throughout the second quarter, and then all the crap happened and got my blood going a little bit.
Yeah.
And then toward the end of the halftime show, I kind of started dozing off. I'm like, all right, I'm actually just gonna have it on, turn the volume down a little bit, but where I can still hear it, but I'm not watching. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Missed the opening kickoff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, all I heard like, oh, touchdown. Oh, cool. I don't think I was asleep that long. What? Looked. BYU scored. And there was only still 13 minutes left in the third quarter. I'm like, what the hell happened? And they said Avery threw a pig. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I turned it off because I knew I was just going to keep getting frustrated and not sleep. And it's like, if I didn't have to work the next day, I would have stayed up watching it.
So, what was it that they scored 2 touchdowns? BYU scored 2 touchdowns within the last minute and a half of the
They scored 17 points in a minute 45.
Okay.
So it wasn't in the last 2 minutes because K-State ran the rest of the clock down in the first half. But
yeah, that's right.
No, BYU went down, kicked a field goal, and then K-State's, okay, we're going to go into a 2-minute offense, go down, score, get some points because we're getting the ball after half 2.
Yeah.
Well, then a scoop and score happened.
Yeah.
And then the next possession, okay, we're still good. We're going to go down and get more points. Then Avery threw an interception. 3 plays later, blown coverage, touchdown.
So I did hear during that game that who's the guy that fumbled it? What's his name?
DJ.
That was his first career fumble, and then Avery Johnson's first career interception.
Well, you have to remember, this was Avery's 5th start.
Yeah, I know.
But DJ, he was a starting running back all last year.
Yeah, and that's great. That's a crazy stat that was his first career fumble too.
Yeah, and so that's where I think they're going to bounce back this week against your Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Not really. They're not really my team, but
no, you said they're your Big 12 team.
If I had to pick one. But I also told you I like K-State too.
But no, and then Rob, you want to sit there and message me that on Facebook.
So, did that make you mad?
No, I laughed at it.
Okay. Because we were talking about it. He goes, Jesse still hasn't replied. And I was like, well, you got to think he's working, and then, honestly, it was kind of a shitty weekend for football. So I was like, he's not mad at you, he's just not happy with his teams this week. But.
Yeah, but,
he said only because of what you said online.
Oh, yeah. But still, I think 3-1's better than 1-3.
Yeah. But.
So, I am going to be PG, and I'm not going to say what I said online.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want us getting kicked off any networks.
No, that's all right. Rob knows, and you know, and I know. But
let's just put it this way: I have a different rock chalk chant than he does.
So no, I can't remember. Did Florida State end up winning?
Yep.
They finally got a dub.
Yep.
Finally got a dub. Also, I didn't watch that game really. I had 4 games on, but the Colorado game. I didn't know that they went for a Hail Mary the play before.
So I didn't know that either. I wish I would have watched that instead of the K-State game.
Yeah.
Just because of the ending, and especially then in overtime with Travis Hunter forcing that fumble.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a perfect,
executed
tackle on the ball.
Yeah, I totally thought Baylor was going to pull that one out, but did you know that they went for a Hail Mary before?
No.
Until I told you?
Yep.
So, they went for one, and I can't remember what the name of the player is, but it hit him right in the chest, and it dropped. And then the next play, they do it again, and another player caught it. I sat there like, oh, dude, that kid that dropped it is lucky.
Yep.
Very lucky. He just got made up for it. But also talk about Nebraska football a little bit.
I don't have much to talk about them.
No.
Except, I watched the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see. Who are they playing this week? Oh, they're at Purdue.
Yeah, this is their first away game.
So, first away game for Dylan Raiola, and first one coming off a loss.
Yeah.
It's going to show a lot for a quarterback.
Yep.
And his first early game, too. An 11 a.m. kickoff.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that is his first early game.
Everything's been night. Or
the first game
afternoon was.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. I think this coming off loss, playing away, will show what he's really made of.
Well, I don't pay that much attention to the Big Ten, but how's Purdue looking? I knew they've been off and on.
Well, I tell you this: if Jaden was here, he would know. He would know right off the bat. But
Purdue's 1. No, this just needs to update. Or maybe it is. They're 1-2.
They're 1-2.
Yeah.
Huh. But I think Purdue always gives Nebraska.
Yeah, they beat Indiana State 49-0. Got beat pretty good by Notre Dame 66-7.
Oh yeah.
And then they most recently got beat by Oregon State 38-21.
Oh wow. Okay. Holy shit. I don't know. I agree.
But Husker fans gotta love it. They gotta have Peacock to watch it.
Yeah. That's another thing. Where did Peacock come from? I mean, not like where it came from, but how did they... To me, they came out of nowhere, and now they have NFL games and...
Because Peacock is an NBC affiliate.
Oh.
And so...
Duh. I guess
Big Ten is also NBC affiliate.
Yeah, that makes sense now. If I just look at the colors and realize. But, no, the Nebraska, I don't have much to say other than it was a hard-fought game. Illinois is a good team. So
it's funny how you say Illinois like I do.
Yeah.
You aren't supposed to say the S.
I know.
My uncle used to date a chick that lived in Illinois when he got out of the military, and like I used to say Illinois around her and it'd piss her off. And I would do it on purpose, and now it's just stuck.
Well, I don't mean to, and I know you're not supposed to, but it just happens.
Yeah, for me it's just stuck. Illinois.
Yeah. But
just like Iowa's Iweja. And Council Tucky.
Council Tucky. So, I think that's all I got for college football this week.
I do have one.
Okay.
Freaking Navy.
Navy.
They are known to be a just straight run game.
Yeah.
I mean, a few years ago when they beat K-State in the bowl game, they actually did have a pass game and everything. But Navy right now is 3-0 and just beat Memphis. And they beat Memphis 56-44.
Oh wow, it was a shootout.
Well, and the crazy thing is, so Memphis was favored by 8.5. Like I said, 56-44 was the final score, and the over/under was 46.5.
Huh. Damn.
But here's the quarterback stats for Navy: 9 for 12, 192 yards, and 2 passing touchdowns.
Wait. The score for Navy was 56?
Yep.
192 yards?
Yeah, he passed for 192 yards, only 3 incomplete passes, and 2 touchdowns. But he was also their leading rusher. 12 carries, 211 yards,
Holy
and 4 scores. And one of those rushing touchdowns, it happened in the fourth quarter, too. So, game-wearing 90-yard.
Jesus. Does Memphis just not have a run defense?
I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to them. But
But
those stats... But here's the crazier thing to me, is so Navy had 3 players attempt a pass. All 3 of those players were their top leading rushers. Granted, they only attempted 14 passes, and the starter had 12 of those, so they were probably little jet pat or whatever, flea flicker kind of plays. But yeah, it was...
Holy shit. That's a crazy stat line. Holy shit. What time was that on?
That
was it a night game or
no? It was a afternoon game. I finished the end of it because Memphis went down and scored, and then got an onside kick. And so the score doesn't really reflect that. It was actually 49-44 when all that happened.
Okay.
Memphis threw a pick 6.
Oh.
On their last drive going down.
Okay. But still, that's way over the over/under.
At 46.5, and I mean, both teams almost score that many.
Yeah. All right, so you want to move on to NFL?
Yeah, that's kind of what I am better in, and I know you're better in.
Yeah.
Jaden's the one that's
college.
Then I'm college too. I like watching college.
I do too, but I think Jaden's a lot better at paying attention to the intricate parts of college than I am and you.
I pay attention to that, but I'm not sitting there watching every single game and have these stats memorized like he does from home.
So, I do want to talk about Andy Dalton. That I was watching First Take or is it First Take that Nick Wright's on? Whatever,
No,
Nick Wright.
Because First Take's Stephen A.
Yeah.
It's on Fox.
Yeah. But anyway, I seen a clip. He made a good point. He said, most of America didn't know or thought Andy Dalton was retired until 10 days ago or whatever. I
thought he was done. I didn't
did
realize.
Too. I had no idea. But did you have you seen any highlights or anything for that?
I just know Chuba Hubbard got me a shit ton of points in fantasy.
Yeah. But I tell you this, I watched the recap because I wasn't watching a Panthers game. Sorry, Panther fans.
I'm not. You guys suck.
But
it takes the red rifle. He's not a bad QB in the regular season.
Dimes, bro.
I mean, he got Dallas quite a few wins when he was there. Or not quite a few, but he won in Dallas.
Yeah, he threw some dimes. And they got their win. That leads me to think, is Bryce Young not who everybody thought he was coming into the NFL?
I don't think he was quite ready yet to be a day one starter. I think he will be a good starter at some point, but the game is just completely different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he needed to do or get what like Jordan Love, but I mean, you can't take some guy number 1 overall and not start him day one.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I don't know how many different coaches he's had.
3.
Yeah.
3. And the season just began. This is his second season that just started, and he's on his third coach.
Yeah. So I don't. How long has Andy Dalton been with the Panthers? Since I forgot that I thought he retired.
I think he may have just got signed there this offseason.
Did he? Okay. But he is a vet.
I mean, I have no idea. Because Teddy Bridgewater was there, but I don't know if he retired. No, Teddy Bridgewater was in Miami before he retired.
Yeah.
I know he had a stint in Carolina, but that may have been Mayfield's backup.
Oh, shit. So, I just... With Andy Dalton coming in and they got their first win. I know it was against the Raiders, but the Raiders did beat... who they beat last week? I can't think of.
I don't know. I just picked up their defense.
Yeah, I can't remember who they beat last week for some reason.
It wasn't the Rams, was it?
I don't remember.
No, the Rams just beat the Niners.
Yeah.
Damn it, Baltimore's beating the Yankees.
But no, for Bryce Young to be taken out, benched, and Andy Dalton to come in, that's gonna... I bet you Bryce Young's sitting there like, holy shit. Either he's sitting there thinking to himself that he is the problem.
Yeah, so week 2, the Raiders beat the Raiders beat the Ravens.
That's right. That's right. Raiders beat the Ravens. But no, do you think Bryce Young's... Is he the type of guy to sit there and dwell on him getting benched and Andy Dalton coming in and winning, or is he going to be able to step up from this?
No, he's going to be able to step up from it and learn from it.
Yeah.
Because Andy Dalton's not going to be the problem. It's just a Band-Aid. And from what I saw, Bryce Young at the end of the game was actually standing at the tunnel and high-fiving everyone coming in.
That's good.
And so it's... Just have to understand he needs to have a veteran guy around, which they brought in Dalton to have a veteran guy.
Yeah.
But he needs to actually see it and learn it instead of Dalton watching and telling him what you're doing wrong.
Well, I wonder if this would be one of those effects of in-game situation. He got to sit there and see decent play.
And
maybe a kickstart something for him.
Yeah. And a lot of the criticism that Bryce Young has also gotten is he's too small. Yada, yada, yada.
That leads me to Jaden Daniels. He's pretty small.
Yeah. But what I would like to see when he was getting that criticism, if that's the case, Carolina needed to go get Drew Brees as a quarterback coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he was small.
Granted, I don't know if he would go to Carolina being a former division rival of his.
If he wanted to coach, and I don't know, he might.
But no, you brought up Jaden Daniels. I don't want to get on the Commanders too much because I can't stand them.
Well, there's a topic that we don't have to get into it, but if Jaden was here, I was going to let him maybe take the lead on this one a little bit. But it was Jaden Daniels compared to Caleb Williams.
Oh, he would. You know where he would go. Jesus.
That is true.
No, I didn't watch the game. I've seen highlights, saw his stat line. Hell of a game. Especially that touchdown he threw, getting hit, putting it on the dime. All credit to him.
I think I watched the last 10 minutes of that before I fell asleep. Watching that, seeing the Commanders beat the Bengals, and this week, Josh Allen's going against the Ravens. I have Josh Allen, and then I have Daniels on my bench. They're playing Arizona. I don't know. I kind of want to put Daniels in, but at the same time, I'm on the fence right now. I don't know if I'm just hyped from this last game he's had, but
Yeah, but look at what Dak did to Baltimore's defense just in the fourth quarter.
that is true. That is true.
Which I guess we can get into that too. Dallas needs to learn to play 4 quarters, not one. That's what it is. They need to abandon the run game. They're terrible. I can't believe that they aren't the worst team in the league in running. They are 30th.
Who's?
Vegas is last.
Oh wow.
Run defense is terrible. They just have to get prepared, shootouts, and go from there.
So, I thought it was going to be. It was a close game at the end.
Yeah, and I thought Baltimore was going to shit the bed.
I did too because that's what they did the week before. But I didn't expect the first 3 quarters to be.
No, and the thing is, if you actually watch that game back, the defense really just started focusing on doing their assignment during the play. But if you watch the first 3 quarters, they're all trying to make that Superman play and be the big guy. And
I guess I didn't realize that.
I mean, Micah Parsons couldn't keep it to containment, neither could DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
I mean, they run a read option and they crash on the run because they're trying to make that big play. Cornerbacks trying to jump on the ball or over pursuing on it instead of just breaking down and making the tackle.
Did you think that CD Lamb and Dak's argument was a big deal during that game?
No, I mean they were both pissed off.
I mean,
Zach Martin was right there too.
Yeah, I feel like that's just part of the game. It's a frustrating game.
Well, and especially when you guys know what your role is on the team.
Yeah,
that's why Trayvon Diggs came out and said, "Yep, that's my fault why we lost."
Yeah, just like Darius Slay when the Eagles lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean he made that. He let that 4th down pass. He's like, I played too far off. Yeah. I should have had it. And that's a play 9 out of 10 times he intercepts.
Yeah. I mean, back to Dak and CD Lamb. I don't watch them enough to know if they were off with each other.
CD's just getting double teamed and getting frustrated and just not getting himself open, and then he had the fumble.
Yeah.
And then he dropped a couple that isn't normal.
Yeah. Do you think that's him holding out during?
No.
No? Okay.
No. But Dak needs to get his accuracy together.
Yeah.
He needs to learn you can lead a receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's times where you have to throw it behind him because that's the pass lane you have, but there's 3-4 throws that he had that were just behind. Yeah. I mean, one of them was even to Zeke out in the flat. And yes, I watched the end of your guys' game too. I watched the 4th quarter.
Now.
And you guys cussed his name all last year and Reed Blankenship.
Well, he had a nice interception like that last year too.
Yeah, but you guys kept saying how bad he was last year.
Not me. I like him.
I want to say one of you guys kept bashing Blankenship.
Probably the guy that's not here. I like Reed.
So are they doing a thing now, like if you guys are in victory formation, that you bring in someone else in the way backfield? Because Blankenship was in on victory formation. He was technically the running back.
That must be new. I guess I didn't realize that. After that interception he had, I was like, okay. I kind of stopped watching so intensely. Mariah was trying to take a nap during the game, which I was like, why are you trying to take a nap during an Eagles game? You know I get loud. But I'm not sure. I guess I didn't realize that.
Well, I think he was. Or maybe I'd have to go back and look, but it looked like he was on the field.
Maybe it was him. Or it was Cooper DeJean.
No, it
was Reed.
They showed Blankenship.
Okay. Maybe. I guess I didn't realize. But no. So, that game had my heart racing.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. But, I did like to see how the defense came out and played. I know the past couple episodes I told you I needed to see shit from the defense. So now I did pick up the Eagles defense on fantasy because I seen some shit. I was like, okay, they can do the shit they want.
Didn't Rob have them?
No, he had Dallas. Or he has Dallas.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I probably told him to make
You
that
did.
pick.
You did.
I had him too.
Yeah.
I dropped him.
But no. For them, the defense to come in, that's been the biggest question so far, and to stop the team that put up 91 points in the first 2 games, that was awesome. Now, I think you know, or figured I was going to ask this question. Did you see the hit on Devontae Smith? I'm sure you've seen.
I haven't seen an actual video of it. I've only seen a still shot.
Okay. A still shot of his helmet coming off, or like.
No, one guy hitting him down low and the other one kind of going high.
Search out on your phone. I want you to watch it. I want you to give me your honest opinion of it. Not opinion because I'm your best friend and I'm an Eagles fan. I want you to give your honest opinion. Because to me, I know what I believe what it is. It's no.
I mean, I think it's a lot of people are thinking it's dirty. To me, that's just a football play.
So his forward momentum was stopped. He was going back. He got hit in the back. Now that one, I'm not. That hit doesn't bother me as much as the one from I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
After Devontae was on the ground and he fucking dove at him for some reason. As everybody was getting up, I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
And then as he was getting up, you can see him spit. It was pretty. After Devontae's laying on the ground.
Okay, that part, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't get. There was no flags, no nothing on that. I don't. And then he came out and said that he would never do something like that on purpose. But Devontae was already on the ground. Everybody else was starting to get up. And then I don't know if that video would show you, but he does spit. I can't say it landed on Devontae or not. But
what I want to see, because I mean, the hit that knocked his helmet off, I don't think is dirty.
No, I'm not too worried about that one. It's a hard hit. Don't get me wrong.
Then and
it sucks that.
Well, from what I can see is that he actually hit him more in the shoulder.
It just hit him. Yeah, it didn't hit him in the head. I know that.
All right. Now let me see this part here.
Yeah. I don't know. I want everybody, either the listeners, the watchers, to comment on the video or just on Spotify. Is if you've seen the hit on Devontae Smith, if you guys think it's dirty or not.
Okay. I can't say it's that dirty with what he did. I understand, yeah, his forward momentum was stopped. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the sound up.
Yeah.
So I can't hear when the whistle's blown, but you know how it is in the midst of a game. You don't hear those whistles. And once he got knocked, when Smith pretty much got knocked out, he lost the ball. So that's why I was sitting there watching, because I wanted to see if he lost the ball to where if the guy was
diving to get it,
which it seemed like he was, because he didn't really drive himself in Devontae Smith. If he was going to do it purposely, I think he would drive himself in.
Yeah.
For the spit part, I don't want to say it was intentional. Because you're out there playing a game, you're aggressive, you have a mouthpiece in,
Was it just
It,
wrong
was
time?
it? Yeah.
Wrong spot, wrong time.
Yeah, to where, okay, he just was aggressive, just went down on the ground, coming up, and his spit just come out.
Okay. Now,
I mean, I'm not saying it was dirty. I'm not saying it wasn't dirty. Just from what I've seen and me playing sports.
so I don't remember the lineman's name from the Saints, but earlier in the game,
Number 70?
maybe, did you see that one?
Yep.
That he drove Slay into the bench?
Yep, that was dirty as hell.
That is dirty as hell. And I didn't know that he's been called on that before.
And he also got called on a unsportsmanlike against the Cowboys on special teams on a field goal.
What'd he do?
Can't remember what he did, but he like pushed a dude's helmet. Like grabbed the face mask and like turned it, I think.
Yeah.
But I can't say that for sure, but if I remember right then.
So, now, that play with Slay, that was dirty. For sure. You agree he did a dirty play in Dallas. Is there a chance they might be a very dirty team? We know what happened how many years ago.
Oh, it's Bountygate?
Yeah. And their coach was on that staff when they did all
Was
that.
he?
Yeah. So, that's a big question, too.
Oh, was he on the defensive side or the offensive side?
I think defense. I can't remember.
Because, I mean, that's what Bountygate hit.
Yeah, I think it was defense. But, I don't know. I wasn't too happy about that. Hope Devontae gets better soon. But anyway, into the game real fast. Had my heart going. Now, obviously we know Jalen had an interception and a fumble. The interception, I don't put the full blame on Jalen. I put it some on Devontae. I put some of it on Jalen because on that route, it's normally A.J. Brown's route, and he picked Devontae for it. That's not Devontae's type of route. He's too small. Devontae, if he's going to run that route, he has to know he has to get his body in front. And the fumble, I do blame him, but at the same time, he was trying to roll out.
Yeah.
It's just shitty. But other than that, he threw for 311 yards. He had, what? I don't think he had a passing touchdown. No. It was just Saquon. But Dallas Goedert had that game. Dallas Goedert had a career game. It was pretty awesome. But I was on the fence the whole time. I was actually nervous going into that game because of the Saints' first two games. Now we just got to get Devontae's healthy, and I don't think A.J. Brown's going to come back this week because the Eagles have a bye week, week 5. I'm sure they're going to sit him out. But
so what's going on with the Bengals? First time in his career, Joe Burrow is 0-3. I mean, we know they're a slow starting team.
But now it's 0-3.
Yeah, now it's 0-3. And you're in that division. I mean, granted, I would not have picked the Steelers to be the team in there that's 3-0.
Me either. Not with...
And I mean, Baltimore, they will get their stuff together, figure out what their identity is now with Derrick Henry. I think they had a hard time figuring out, okay, how much do we use Lamar? How much do we use Henry? How much do we use our tight ends?
Yep.
Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have a hard time. They're 0-3. And they haven't played a division game yet.
No, they haven't, have they?
No, they still have 6 division games, and I can't say right now that they're better than the Browns.
I don't have an answer on what's going on with them.
Well, and so, okay, then I've been listening to a lot of Unsportsmanlike on ESPN radio.
Yeah.
And they're bringing up a pretty good point. Jamar Chase did his holdout during preseason and everything.
Yep.
T. Higgins has kind of been hurt, and he's on a franchise tag. So your 2 star receivers aren't even guaranteed next year.
That is true.
So At what point do they go back to doing their holdout?
Yeah, that is very true.
Because they don't have any extra income coming after this. That's guaranteed.
Uh-uh.
So if they get hurt, they aren't going to get the money that they think they need or they think they deserve.
Fuck.
And okay, if one of them holds out, then the other will, because they know they aren't going to be good. So then what'll be the Bengals after that?
Joe Burrow. That's about it.
Yeah, they don't have Mixon
they
anymore.
got Moss, but Moss isn't Mixon.
No.
But I don't know, man. Is it Joe Burrow's hair?
Eminem killed Slim Shady, and then he wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Joe Burrow not happy in Cincinnati anymore?
No, they paid him.
Yeah, he got paid, but he's been to the Super Bowl one time, lost. I mean, he's been in the playoffs.
Well, he's been in the AFC Championships.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase, I don't know. I could circle all day to find out what's going on with the Bengals. I was hoping you or if Jaden was here.
I don't think there's
what you brought up makes me wonder about it.
Well, I'm not sitting there saying Jamar Chase and Higgins are like throwing the games or anything, but
No.
it's kind of when is it that they're gonna look at it? Okay, we aren't good. We aren't going anywhere this year.
Yep.
I need to take a step back and.
Yep. I don't know. That's fucking weird. I didn't expect the Commanders to win that game either.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think any of us did. I don't think any of us picked them.
No. No. I know you didn't because you won't pick Commanders for anything. Let me ask you this: would you pick the Commanders over the Giants?
I don't know if I'll make a pick that game.
Even right now.
Yes, I did the couple weeks ago when they played. I picked Washington.
When they
just played in week 2.
And you picked the
I'm
Commanders?
almost certain I picked Washington because New York sucks.
But
Sorry, Paul, but
was it this week that they won? Yeah.
Who?
The Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did win.
Let's see, week 2. Yeah, I picked Washington over New York.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Going back on your word a little bit from last season.
I got to pick what I think will win, just like I said last week. I was actually really about to pick Baltimore, but I had to pick Dallas. This week I might pick the Giants just to see if it counteracts anything.
Now, we're not getting into our picks yet, but I picked the Cowboys.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like even with them losing 2 in a row, the Cowboys are the smart pick here.
Well, this is only like the second time in Dak's career that he's lost 2 games in a row.
Holy shit.
That's like his second or third time.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. So I kind of want to discuss the power rankings a little bit because I'm not happy. I'm not saying with the Eagles. I'm not happy with one team still being up there. Now it's the Chiefs, obviously, the Bills, the Vikings, which who knew that was going to happen? Sam Darnold, Seahawks, then the Lions.
I don't agree with Seattle being that high.
And then it's the Eagles at 6, Pittsburgh at 7, and they're 3-0. Houston at 8, and the Niners at 9, even though they just lost 2 in a row. Is it because of who's out?
Yeah.
They're hurt? Because they got Dallas way down there.
That's 16th.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So you looked at this?
Yeah, well, in the Facebook group, the NFC's Facebook group, they posted it because some Eagle fan, oh, we're 6. And of course, Dallas is 10 spots behind us.
Did you see? You didn't see what I posted on there, did you?
Nah.
Oh, I posted something about the game after the game, but no. I hate the 49ers. And I want them to be dropped a lot, too. And I understand, yeah, it's because Debo's out, McCaffrey's out, Kittle's out.
Well, that, and then you have to look on the defense side of the ball. They had a Bosa was questionable if he was even going to play. He did.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams aren't a sleeper team either. I mean, they're a
I
good
know.
team, and they have nothing either.
But to lose 2 in a row, to me, and only drop 3 places.
But look at the teams behind them. Who do you think should be up there ahead of them? Not Dallas. Not Baltimore after almost giving up the lead to Dallas.
What about the Saints? They put up 91 points.
The thing is, a lot of people are thinking the Saints are fakers.
What, now?
Well, now and okay, Baltimore just did the same thing to the Cowboys that the Saints did in 3 quarters. This Baltimore Ravens just forgot to play in the 4th. I mean, they ran all over Dallas.
I know. Yeah, they did. I don't like the 49ers up there. I just wish they would have dropped more. I'm actually surprised the Eagles are in the top. I'm surprised they're 6th.
You guys are 2-1.
I know, but
Then you guys beat Green Bay in week 1.
I don't know. To me, it's a weird season so far. For the Steelers to be 3-0, and then the Vikings.
Goodness, he's not here.
What?
I really didn't want to listen about Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah.
Who screwed me on my lose them too? 2 yards?
Yeah. Actually, no, rushing? 6.
Oh, 6 yards.
I looked it up last night. 6 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah.
Was he sneaking? I didn't watch the game.
No, his longest was like 4, I think.
Which is weird.
No, that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. But what do you think about the Vikings? Are they for real?
No. Their defense is. I just don't think Sam Darnold's going to hold up, especially now with his knee.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're.
Their defense is pretty, as everybody's been saying, confusing. And you know who Chris Long is? He used to play. He won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and I think he played for the Patriots. On his podcast, I'm saying this because he's trying to get it started. Call the defense the Purple Haze. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. I liked it because it's the Vikings. I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty clever. So you think Sam Darnold isn't going to last much longer?
No, I think because he came into a different offense than what he was used to.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was different than the Jets, different than the Panthers. Because, yeah, he had a stint there with the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was back up for
Baker.
Yeah.
And it's just different coach, different schemes. But it's going to come to some point he's going to play a actual better defense.
But that's what they... Was Bosa out when they played 49ers?
No.
And I think Fred Warner... Yeah, Fred Warner was in. I
think Minnesota, they have a different game now that they actually have a run game again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they didn't have a run game with Dalvin Cook, but they can actually just hand the ball north to south runner.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what their schedule looks like. And I can't remember who they play this week until I look at my...
Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. Green Bay. That's another side note. Malik Willis.
Yep.
He's, where'd he come from? I don't know. Is Jordan Love coming back this week?
there's talk about it. I think Green Bay would be stupid if
Bring
they
them in.
had Love. Because they have Minnesota this week.
Yeah.
And Lewis is 2-0. He's kept them undefeated. So, okay, even if they do drop this one, which I don't know if they will.
Oh, you said lose.
Yeah. If they drop this one, which I don't know if they will or not, they have a bye week.
Week 6.
Yeah. Well, no, the next week, so week 5 is a bye week for Green Bay.
So the Eagles and Green Bay have a bye week, week 5.
I'm almost certain. I'm just going off what my dad said.
Which, another side note, that's fucking early. I don't like it. So you want them to sit them out if they do have a bye week?
I would. Because then you aren't rushing them back too early this game to risk injury, and then you're giving them a week off.
Yeah. Yeah, and I bet you more people want to see more of Malik Willis for sure. Because who was he with last year? The Titans? Yeah, it was the Titans.
Yeah, and they don't have a bye week. I don't know what my dad was saying. Yeah.
Was he meaning the Eagles? Because the Eagles do have bye week, week 5.
Might be. But they play the Rams the week after.
So then, okay, that brings me to this. If you don't bring Jordan Love in this week, when they're playing the Vikings, but you bring him in to play the Rams, which, like you said, the Rams aren't a sleeper team. The Rams can easily...
But they're an offensive team.
Yeah, that is true.
Now that Donald's retired. I mean, yeah, they still do have some defensive players, but my thing is, you sit Jordan Love this week, it's in Green Bay. Yes, it's September, so it's still decently warm.
Yeah.
But they go to LA. On a strain on a knee, warmer weather is going to be a little bit better.
Yeah. It is true. I don't know. To me, I know your point with the defense. Brian Flores' defense is pretty legit. I feel like, I guess the Vikings have gotten at least 5 sacks every game.
I think so.
I'm talking myself. As I'm talking, I'm realizing I agree with you. I feel like...
Yeah, you don't play Jordan Love this week.
No. I agree with that.
Yeah, let me...
For shits and giggles, let's see where they have... The Bengals are 0-3, but they are above the Bears. Bears are 1-2. Above the Broncos. Another little thing. Fucking Trevor Lawrence. Where did he go?
To the bank and then to the dump?
Yeah, I guess. Jesus. I watched a little bit of the recap, and his throws were too high, too short.
When they were talking about it, he is too much of a robotic quarterback. He has to worry about the precision, the robotic. This is a 3-step drop. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And so he isn't setting himself up. Okay, this is different than college. You can't be that robotic. Your pass lanes are going to be a little bit off. I mean, we're talking about maybe an inch off, but that inch off
is a big deal.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, that is huge.
Yeah. Holy shit.
To where you might have to slide just a little bit on your third step.
I guess I never realized that. I haven't watched Jaguars game yet, but...
No, and I just saw that on something on ESPN yesterday, and I was sitting there watching it, and yeah, it was on SportsCenter with Dan Orlovsky breaking it down.
Oh, okay. Holy
And I'm
shit.
sitting there watching it, and yeah, it makes sense. He just 1, 2, 3, boom, straight drop. It's not like he slides to get into a different passing lane if he sees it's down.
Yeah.
He's just so robotic.
Okay.
And you can't bench him.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's in the same thing with Cleveland.
Yeah.
You paid him.
Yeah. You can't bench him.
Even though they have Mac Jones as a backup. And they have Doug Peterson as a head coach.
Yeah. And he won the Super Bowl with the backup. But I don't think every backup's Nick Foles.
I don't think anybody's really Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Nick Foles wasn't that good.
Just that time he was. So, but no, I do want to do this just because I don't know. Should we wait to compare Jaden Daniels with Caleb Williams?
I said, well,
Jaden's back?
yeah.
That
way he can go on his rant, his 7 minutes.
Okay. Now to lose him, it kind of does. I don't want to do the picks this week since he's not here.
Yeah.
We'll just we'll go through our picks from last week. And the winner of last week. So Jaden picked Minshew, and he picked Minshew to have over 3 TDs, and he had 1.
Yeah.
You picked Justin Fields with over 50 yards, and he had under with 6 yards on 6 carries, which I put that on there because I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
He just had 1 yard for each carry, but I didn't know he had a 4-yard run.
I think I can pull it up here. But what was yours while I looked that up?
Mine was the Bengals defense to have under 2 defensive touchdowns, which mine was a safe bet, which is 0. They had 0. I thought maybe they could have at least 1, but they didn't. So since Jaden's not here, and you guys tied this week.
Oh, no. Justin Fields' longest run was 5.
Oh.
And he did have a rushing touchdown.
Oh, is it a tush push? Probably, if it was a yard.
No, 5-yard run.
So he just got sacked for 4 yards? Loss of 4 yards? Because if he has 6 yards on 6 carries.
No, he just didn't have a gain because NFL is different than college. College doesn't actually do statistics against quarterbacks. Or no, NFL doesn't do a statistic against quarterbacks. They just say that they were sacked for this many yards, to where college it's a rush.
Oh, I got you.
And negative yards. Like if you look at Dylan Raiola's stat line from last week.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying is, you and Jaden tied for this week. But since he's not here, I'm going to be that guy. Jesse won this week. Now to refresh for new listeners, we do lose-ems. We pick over-unders. Whoever loses that week is actually the winner. But we have to be gentlemen about it.
And we have to actually pick what we think will win. And it's just if you happen to get wrong, you win.
Yep, exactly. But now Jesse won last week too, and he won this week. So you're leading the pack.
I'm 0-2.
Yeah, you're winning.
Actually, I'm 0-3 because I lost week 1 too.
Yeah, you're killing it.
I really thought. I mean, okay, 50 yards, he can get 51.
Yeah, I thought 50 yards is easy. As much as he talks about
he blows him up. I wasn't gonna pick it, but I saw it in his eyes because he had first pick last week.
Maybe that's another reason he's not here.
Yeah.
But I mean, Justin Fields does have them at 3-0, but that defense is fucking legit. Do you want to get into our pick'ems?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we. I think I went 8-8 this week.
I didn't do that good. I don't think.
Let's see. Yeah, week 3. Yep, I went 8-8. What did I have wrong? The Texans. Yep.
I went 8-8 as well.
Yeah. Can you see what Jaden went? If he even
Let's see.
did them.
Three.
Is this for... Jaden didn't even pick this week.
Yeah, apparently he went 0-0, even though he read us off picks.
Jeez. His phone died.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Jaden, I'm talking to you through breaking the fourth wall here. Do your picks. Because now, Jesse and I tied.
And the whole season's like skewed now.
Yeah. Come on.
You have one job a week.
It's not that hard.
I did mine earlier today.
I did too. I did it over lunch.
Well, I've been doing mine on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And I haven't been having good luck. So, you know what? I'm going to do it on Wednesday.
Yeah. I did mine over lunch today.
It takes like 2 minutes.
I know. It's so fast. Doing it on this app
Yeah.
is so much faster. And I like how it keeps track. So I'll let you start this one out. A Thursday night game.
Dallas.
I know they've lost 2 in a row, but like I said earlier, I feel like it's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it's the Giants. They did just beat Cleveland.
Well, and Dallas is going away now. Maybe last year in the regular season, they were undefeated at home.
Yeah, maybe it's
Now they're
opposite.
1-0 on the way and 0-2 at home.
Maybe it is opposite. The Saints versus the Falcons.
NFC South rivalry
Yep.
in Atlanta.
Yep. Now,
It's a noon game. Kirk Cousins loves noon games.
so I feel like you saying that, I feel like I know who you picked.
And this is 3 straight games that New Orleans playing at noon.
Holy shit, it is. I picked the Saints.
I picked the Saints.
Okay. The way you were talking had me think you were picking the Falcons. But also, I did realize Derek Carr is not good under pressure.
No, but I don't think there's anyone on Atlanta that can pressure him.
No. He's just not good. All right. The Rams versus the Bears. I feel like this one's fucking easy. I got the Rams.
I got the Rams.
Now this one, the Vikings versus the Packers. Who you got?
I'm switching it actually right now.
Ooh.
I had Green Bay.
Oh. Okay.
It's in Lambeau.
Okay.
I am switching it to Minnesota.
Okay.
I don't know if Sam Darnold's playing,
Yeah.
but this is Aaron Jones's game back to Green Bay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's only any bad blood or anything, but he wants to make his own name in Minnesota for the bank vault or whatever.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. That's actually a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
The Bank Vault.
So Cole, I'm riding with your team.
Yep, since Jay's not here, I'm riding with your team too, Cole. I don't know if you listen or
Jaden
watch.
probably would be picking Green Bay this week.
But I feel like this is an easy one too.
I don't know if it's really that easy. It's in Indy.
It's in Indy, but I guess I didn't.
Richardson's not looking that great.
Yeah,
But
and he's playing a good defense.
I got to go with Jaden's boy here.
Yeah, I am
and
too.
Fields and the Steelers.
I am too. They're 3-0. So we both got the Steelers on that one. This one, I know Broncos just got their first win. Bo Nix did decent, but
I got the Jets.
Yeah, I got the Jets too. They're not beating the Jets. This one, so obviously you know who I went with on this one. I do want to say Tampa beat the Eagles in the playoffs last year. Tampa has been giving the Eagles a hard time the past, I want to say, 3-4 years. They played in the regular season last year and in the playoffs. Eagles did beat them in the regular season, but I picked the Eagles.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Fucking picked the Cowboys.
No, main reason is your secondary did a hell of a job this week against New Orleans. But I think New Orleans may have worn your secondary out. And I think it's going to be a higher scoring game.
Yeah.
But I just think Mayfield and them, they'll be able to control the clock more. I think because they're a little slower pace, I believe, than what Philly is. Even though Philly can slow it down.
I was going to say they can slow it down.
But I just don't think that's Saquon's game. He likes the speed.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to if Vita Vea plays or not. Which I can't remember if he played last week. I know he didn't play in week 2.
Yeah.
Or he got hurt in week 2 and didn't play last week. I don't know the extent of his injury, but if he plays, the linebackers will just pinch the outside every time. So I am going with Tampa.
Okay. 70% the Eagles.
Yeah, I know. That's the... I mean, I'm not sold on picking Tampa, but with it being in Tampa Bay, having that home crowd, if it was in Philly, yeah, I'm going. Because Philly fans are going to get into Tampa Bay's head after getting beat in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
But
Philly fans do travel
well. Yeah, and Tampa Bay has the only... Well, I can't say only now, because LA did it the very next year.
Yeah.
They had the first ever Super Bowl in their stadium at Raymond James Field.
Yeah.
They will put fans there, especially going against Philly.
I will tell you this. What? It just switched. 71% has picked the Eagles. Yeah. Right here, look. 71-29.
Yeah, mine still shows.
Too bad we're not live and people are listening and they're like, ah. But I will tell you this quick side note for this. Since Devontae has a concussion, and if A.J. Brown doesn't play, I am a little nervous. Because that just leaves pretty much Goddard and Saquon. Like, Jalen just did prove that they can win.
What about Dalton?
He had, I think he had one catch last game.
How many targets, though?
I don't remember. I would say maybe 1-2 targets. But
so was it he just wasn't getting open or just the wrong scheme? It's killing more. I know what the answer is.
The wrong scheme?
Yes. He's still running a playbook that A.J. Brown's out there. Like you said earlier, Devontae Smith.
That is true.
He doesn't change up the playbook on his personnel.
Huh?
It's the playbook's the playbook.
Okay.
Trust me, I dealt with it for years.
All right, this game. So, now 84% picked the obvious. Is it obvious, though?
It is. The only thing that is stopping me is because it's the Bengals and the Panthers. I picked Cincinnati.
I did, too.
I am very tempted to switch it to Carolina because Dalton is playing his old team.
Yeah.
But that has been a while. He's done it before.
Yeah.
So I am going to keep Cincinnati.
Okay. I got Cincinnati, too. Even though they're 0-3.
Next one's pretty easy.
Yeah. Jaguars versus Texans. I got the Texans. They're going to be pissed after last week. C.J. Stroud didn't look too happy. They're going to be pissed. So, this one, Commanders versus the Cardinals.
2-1 versus 1-2.
I picked Washington because of what I've seen on Monday night.
I was going to, but Arizona, I don't think has looked terrible. I mean, they are 1-2.
Yeah. I guess their defense is almost. Is it last? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this might be a wake-up game.
Yeah.
So I did go Arizona.
Okay. And that's not because it's the Commanders?
No, I think they just match up better against a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And, yeah, actually, it's also the Commanders.
There it is.
But
Alright, Patriots versus the Niners. So, I picked the Niners. 96% did. You got the Niners?
Yeah.
Now, did you see McCaffrey went to Germany?
Yep.
You see Brock Purdy? I guess I didn't hear how his MRI went, but he went to get an MRI because he's tight in the back. And then Javon Hargrave he's hurt somehow.
It's still New England.
That is true. That is true. I did pick the Niners. This game was kind of hard for me. No? The Browns versus the Raiders?
The Browns have no offensive line, and the Raiders have an actual defensive line.
I mean, I picked the Raiders.
Yeah, I want the Raiders. I actually just took their defense and starting them in fantasy.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's 6 sacks right there. Crosby having 3.
Okay. It took me a little bit to figure out who was winning this one. All right. The Chiefs versus the Chargers. Chiefs.
Herbert's hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chiefs.
that dude from Creighton Prep might be starting this week.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Well,
Omaha boy.
he hasn't won a game yet, but his stats actually aren't bad. He started the last 4 last year.
Omaha boy. I picked the Chiefs.
Yeah, I went KC. This one is...
Yes. Yes.
It's in Baltimore.
It is in Baltimore, but Josh Allen is also...
He has not turned the ball over.
And was it last week that you said, or the week before, that he doesn't have to worry about Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about making one player happy.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because his fantasy points are pretty unbelievable right now, consistently. I like it, but it is a hard pick because it is in Baltimore.
But Baltimore's defense isn't what they used to be. I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad. I mean, Baltimore just beat up Dallas for 3 quarters.
Yeah. So who'd you get? Or who'd you pick?
I'm going with Buffalo. I think Josh Allen, this is going to be his tall tale for the year.
I have the Ravens. Now, I want Josh Allen to do amazing because...
I just think the Buffalo defense will be able to stop the run a little bit better, and it's going to confuse Harbaugh again on who do we need to call upon, Lamar or Derek.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel like if I was Harbaugh in that situation, if you're guessing, this is Henry's first year with the Ravens, I would probably go with Lamar because he's been...
But Derrick Henry's been you know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I know, but...
But you have to fit him into your offense.
Yeah.
The next one
You're on the fence about?
So, Tua's hurt.
Yeah.
So, the starting quarterback for Miami is a K-State boy.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say he had a bad game last week.
Mm-hmm.
But they're run blitzing. Run blitz beats passing protection every day.
Yeah.
And he got sacked 5 times last week. and he might not even be starting because he got hurt. There's a chance he plays.
Who's their third string?
I have no idea who the dude is.
Yeah.
But they are going against Tennessee.
Yeah. They are the last team.
And Miami still has a chain.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill and Waddle.
Yep.
They need to just be able to do screens and a tag.
Yeah.
So I'm still going with Miami.
That's who I got. I got Miami also.
And it's crazy though. Another week that we're having 2 Monday night games. But
Why is that? Why are they doing that?
I don't know. And they're both on like ESPN too. So this last one's tough. But when you were going through the power rankings and stuff earlier,
yeah,
I really just don't agree with Seattle being up there. If anyone wants to talk about a faking team, I think it can be Seattle.
Who have they beat? I can't remember.
I don't know, but it's not like they're out there wowing. And I guess, I mean, that could be a team to be afraid of because they aren't going out there and wowing everybody. But I'm going Detroit. It's in Detroit. Monday night, they're breaking out these all-black uniforms. I don't know if you saw them.
I did not.
The place is going to be rocking.
I got Detroit, too. Which 81% has picked Detroit to 19%, and Seahawks are 3-0.
Let me see if I can find
How many
that.
total points scored in the Seahawks Lions? I think I'm going to go... Ooh, the all black with the blue numbers and the blue helmet. That is pretty badass.
With the black lion.
Yeah, with the black line. That is pretty cool. That's at 7:15?
Yeah, that's the later one of the two.
Damn. I get done with softball at 7:30. I want to watch that game. I have to rush home and get there. Oh, a side note. So we had softball Monday. And, which, a little backstory, we have lost all 3 games. Some of the guys on our team have never really played sports before. So it's been rough, but this last game was actually really good. Our defense didn't make as many errors as we were doing, and I've been playing left field. But earlier in the game, I was at third. I didn't tag up because I thought it was dropping. And Ethan, he was at second. He was pissed. So then in the outfield, I was playing deep because this guy was hitting it really deep. But this time, it was a blooper. So I was running and I slid and just missed it. And everybody's like, they were asking me like, did you slow down on purpose to slide? I was like, no. I was like, I'm not going to slow down just to slide if I know I can get there to make the catch.
Yeah.
I want the out. But the reason I slid to do it is because I was hoping if I did that, some guys would forget that I forgot to tag up because I thought the ball was going to drop. But that didn't happen. But softball's fun. Rob's playing short. He's actually I think he said he hasn't played short since he was like 5 years old, like the infield. He did pretty good. He went for a diving play, just touched the tip of his glove.
So have they learned to wear like long socks or pants yet? Because I almost called you on Monday to like remind you to tell your guys like, hey.
I did. I wore sweatpants. Rob's wearing leggings, or like
those compression ones. They aren't going to do nothing.
No, the ones he has is technically long johns, And then another guy, Taylor, he wore one long sock with one shorter sock.
Well, he's trying to get the style.
I was like, yeah, he's.
Did he have the eye black too?
No, I told him, I was like, you're dripping right now, as they would say. But one other guy wore pants, and other than that, no. But the one that I forgot to tag up, I'm not saying forgot. I know that sounds bad. It's not forgetting. I just did it because I thought the ball was dropping. But I dove back. I'm glad I did wear sweatpants.
Yeah.
I would have fucked myself up.
I doubt you would have actually dove back then.
That is true. I might have just tried the gun home. Because I got back, and then I thought they were throwing it. It was just a weird situation. I did mess that one up. But I'm glad I wore pants. But I think that's going to do it for this week's episode.
Next week there should be someone sitting over there with that shirt and that hat.
Next week, we are going to let him vent about Caleb Williams and let him compare Jaden Daniels to Caleb Williams. Hopefully he's here next week because he's got to wear what you see. He's not getting away with it.
Nope.
Even though it's here, he's still not wearing it. I don't want to see my brother in the Cowboys hat, but he made a bet.
And by the way, I know how much you like wearing hats and collect them. So yeah. I mean, feel free if you want to wear that.
Jesse, I won't be caught dead in that. You see what I'm wearing?
Oh, I know. See
my new hoodie?
That's ugly shit.
I went and bought this an hour before the game on Sunday. I had to. I would never wear that. I'm surprised I let it in my house. I'm letting it sit here. But Jaden made his own bed.
Yep.
He's got to do it. So. Alright, that's going to do it. I'm going to end it with what I always do. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yep. Go Cats, and how about them Cowboys?